Now, I had read in another interview that you do this with a group of friends. You go up to a cabin in Canada.
Yeah.
And spend time.
Yeah, when I first read the script, I was up on this trip every year with my childhood and college friends. For the last 10, 15 years, we've been going up and fishing on a little remote lake. And when I got the script, it was the first year that none of them could come, so I was just up there with my family, and which was great. But I missed my old friends so much, and then I read the script, not thinking it would be emotionally resonant with me, but realized that it was about the same thing. It was about this group of guys that had created this insane tradition, but just to stay connected for the rest of life. And it really sort of punched me in the gut, hearing about their story in that moment where my buddies couldn't come because they just had kids or their parents were ill, or one guy's brother just had a heart attack. So life obstacles get in the way of keeping up with those people in your life.
I think your movie, when I saw it, it's very wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's something where I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we've talked about at the radio station has been, we're doing a whole thing with teachers right now where they call in best teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about how a lot of kids are watching the trailers for this movie, and they might not be able to see it because it was rated R, but they're being inspired to play this game again, to go outside, play the game with their friends, make these connections, and you're doing that. You're inspiring a new generation of people to be connected.
That's hard. It's hard to believe, but I'd be so happy to do that. I mean, because I grew up in the 80s, and all you could really do was like run around and play with leaves, and there was like not a lot of video games, or there was no phones or anything like that. So I think it's important both for kids, at least I would hope for both kids and adults, that put your phone down and actually see those people and have fun with them that you love, because talking to them on Facebook and Instagram only gets you so far. And it's much better just to like see them in human form, So if you got to play this game, and aside, I'm sure you'd want to play with your friends, but if you got to play the most epic game of tag, and you choose 3 people, dead or alive, who would you choose to play with you? Well, I feel like I need to choose from my cast.
That's true. That's good.
I would take Jeremy, Isla, and John Hamm, I think.
Did you play tag on set one day, maybe just to get the vibe?
We were playing tag so much while shooting that mostly when we were done, we would just sit down. Because really, it was like we were in Atlanta. It was 110 degrees most of the time, and we're running around, and we're not 22 years old anymore. So we were just like, mostly it was a lot of this. Oh man.
Have any of your friends reached out? Do they know that this came out of you missing them?
Yeah, it's funny because when I met Warner Brothers about the movie and New Line about the movie, I did a whole presentation, and it was all pictures of my friends from home, because I wanted to make this a love letter to them. But they didn't really know that until I was home for the holidays this year, and my sister got all my buddies to come over. We actually hadn't been together in the same room for like a year or so, so it was a really sweet moment. And I showed him sort of this book that I made to inspire the movie for everyone, the crew and the studio. And it starts with our like kindergarten photos, and it was a really sweet moment. And I'd sort of forgotten to like tell them that they were this important to me, that they had inspired so much of this film I made. And then I brought them to set, and it was so nice for them to like be there and see the movie, and it's really great. And they actually met the real tag guys, and they all got along. So yeah, it's helped. It's helped bring us back together, even in the process of making it.
Well, congratulations on your movie, and I hope that next year when you have this cabin camping trip, everybody's able to come and you're able to have a really good time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.